All right, welcome back, everybody, to another episode of our Madden 25 Connected Franchise Owner Mode Fantasy Draft Buffalo Bills Ralph Wilson YouTube series. Today we are in Foxborough to take on the New England Patriots, a hated division rival. This will be the final time we play a divisional rival. For the first time in the 2014 season, we're coming off back-to-back AFC East wins. First in the Meadowlands in New York. Then, last game on Friday of this past week where we played at home against the Miami Dolphins. Now our third straight AFC East affair in which we will put our 5-0 record on the line against the rival New England Patriots, led, of course, by Joe Flacco. We've yet to play the Patriots this season, so we don't know what it was they did in the offseason. However, we do know that in the meantime, we're about to find out. We have to make a quick change to our depth chart, depending on whether or not we're returning or kicking with how the coin toss works. But we will check out the entire New England Patriot depth chart. In the meantime, we'll go heads. The Patriots win the toss, so they're going to elect to receive. So we're going to be kicking off, so we don't have to make that change before. We'll take the win in the first and fourth quarters. Bada bing, bada boom. That might actually play a role in today's game because the wind is 9 miles an hour. So we're going to kick it off. Greg the leg, not his best kick, but not awful. We'll see. It looks to be Lance Moore. Sure enough, he's going to bring it out. Marcus Gilchrist up the gut. Takes a shot, not able to bring Lance Moore down, but sets him up really nice for Chris Connie. So both of our backup safeties getting in there nice and dirty on the first play from scrimmage. We're going to start off by quickly editing our depth chart. Just get Jacoby Ford in on the return game ahead of Basman Hooker. Ford was not there at the beginning of the season because of an injury, but now he's back. And so the Patriots side of the ball, Joe Flacco, 29 years old. Not a lot to worry about in terms of speed, but again, he's got the huge arm in terms of speed, or in terms of strength, accuracy, sometimes suspect. Bryce Brown, the starting running back, is hurt, so no Sean Moreno and DeLon Carter are going to be the two guys who get the call there. Fullback, LaRon McClain, 78 speed. He can do some damage. Josh Gordon, star receiver, the real-life Cleveland Browns. Lance Moore, the two star receivers of this team. Jarius Wright and Brian Hartline filling out the rest of that depth chart. So a good group of receivers. Jason Witten, a star veteran tight end at the age of 32 years young. He can do some damage. So no shortage of weapons they have on offense. DeBrickashaw Ferguson, star left tackle, the real-life New York Jets. Fortunately for us, Carl Nix is hurt, so Selvish Capers is going to be in at the left guard spot. Mike Pouncey at center. Brandon Moore and Gosdare Chilius are going to be playing at the right side of that offensive line. Decent defensive line, that's for sure. Fletcher Cox, the real-life Philadelphia Eagles at the left end spot. Right end, Sheldon Richardson. A couple of good bookends to Chris Baker, the nose tackle in the middle of that defensive line. He's actually hurt, so Sean Lissamore is going to be playing in that spot. Left outside linebacker, Joe Lon Dunbar. Middle linebackers are Ray Maulaga and Colin McCarthy. Both younger guys, mid-late 20s. Nick Barnett, the starting right outside linebacker, still around at the age of 33. Desmond Trufant and Archie Goltree. Archie Goltree's a 22-year-old rookie who's 87 overall. Kudos to him. What a hell of a draft pick they got in a guy like Goltree. Stanford Rout and Taviozi Metoyer, a rookie out of, doesn't say where he's from, but he's just 22 years of age, 82 overall. So a couple of really good draft picks for the Patriots in terms of their defensive backs. Kenny Rhodes and LaRon Landry, two very good starting safeties. Ryan Suckup and Dustin Colquitt, the specialist. So a very formidable Patriots team we got here today. Last week, our defense struggled down the stretch against Colin Kaepernick. Eventually put a stop to the offensive threat posed by Kaepernick and company, but not before they did a serious amount of damage. The game went to the very end where we needed a last-minute field goal to win it all. Now, Justin Durant seemed to have good coverage there on the slot receiver, who I thought actually was out of bounds before making that catch. The game, however, rules otherwise, saying the catch is good inbounds. So 2nd and 5 coming up here Sanford, we're going to pinch up. We're in coverage on Moreno. Shamarko Thomas is in coverage on Jason Witten. That's a mismatch, and he misses the tackle. Sanford makes the tackle, but not before Witten goes up the sidelines for 19 yards. I saw that mismatch coming. In future opportunities, we're going to, I think, basically be man-to-man Jason Witten all game long. Witten can take over a game with his abilities, and we want to skip that from happening. We don't want to risk anything in this one. Here we're all in zone across the board. Witten is off the field, so sorry, he's lined up in his normal spot. So we're going to try our best to cover him with Sanford while not abandoning our zone spot. We're in trail on him. He stops, double move, and they are going to him. He finds a hole. My goodness, Joe Flacco was following Witten the whole way. That one is on our defensive line. They had all day. Witten adjusted his route twice before finally getting open way down the field. Should have been able to sack Joe Flacco before anything came to that. But with that being said, Patriots first down, just flirting with the red zone here at the 23-yard line of the Patriots. Give the rest of our DBs kudos for being in good coverage here. Sanford's going to get beat deep by Josh Gordon. Touchdown, Patriots. The Patriots drive the entire length of the field in just a handful of plays. Not even 2 minutes into this game, the Buffalo Bills go down 6-0. Unfortunate, considering, again, how well our defense started off this season, that they've been so bad against the AFC East so far. They were extremely suspect against the New York Jets. They got burned last week by Colin Kaepernick for 4 touchdown passes today. Not much better against Joe Flacco. Here, Jacoby Ford will get the return, and he's going to have a chance to get around outside. A nice seal block by Gino Castro. Jacoby Ford steps out of bounds on the 31-yard line. So a nice return there. Here comes Aaron Rodgers onto the field. We're going to start things off sweet and simple with a run up the gut. Ryan Williams held mostly in check last week on Friday in our last game. However, he still had a decent game, decently effective, decent rushing average, that was for sure. Just didn't get a ton of carries. We're going to hopefully give him a few more today. He starts off well, 6 yards on the cutback to the right side of this formation. I also apologize for my voice today. My voice has been in better shape than it has today, so I apologize if it's kind of scratchy or hard to understand at times. I've been drinking some water, but it hasn't done much for me yet. Here, Aaron Rodgers just going to step up and out of bounds for a 9-yard gain. He had Eric Baldwin close to the sidelines, but there's no reason to put the ball in the air and risk an incompletion if you can just step up and take the first down that's handed to you right there. The Patriots defense losing containment, that 3-4 defense they run and love so much. Here, the free safety pinching, the strong safety runs around the outside. Williams, however, not able to break containment. The outside linebacker there, I think that was Nick Barnett. It could have been wrong, and Williams actually loses a yard on that play. And so we're going to be forced to go to the air here. We're going to go trips to the right-hand side. Inside cross is the play we will call. Deshaun Jackson, the Baldwin duo. They're not brothers because Eric Baldwin is, in fact, fictional. However, nice catch there for Eric Baldwin. Holds onto the football. 3rd and 2 coming up here. I think we're going to run the ball on the ground up the gut. Now, I've talked about this in the past. 3-4 defenses do a nice job of containment. It's hard to get outside on these defenses. However, we typically have a lot of success running inside against them. So here we go. Williams, and he actually does get around the edge. A nice play there. That's going to be a 7-yard gain for Williams. First down, Bills crossing midfield. We're at the 38-yard line of the Patriots now. Staying in the we're going to the strong formation. We're going to go slip screen, see if we can get the ball to Williams. Wish maybe we had called a quick sub and gone with Basman Hooker on this route, but Williams is going to have a lot of room. He's going to cut back in the middle of the field, gets hit by LaRon Landry, the strong safety, but not before he gets a gain of 11 yards off the right side. Had a ton of room. Great job with the misdirection. The defensive line of the New England Patriots did not see that one coming. Here we go on the quick slants. Aaron Rodgers, 11 touchdowns, just 3 interceptions, had 3 and 0 in last week's game. Here he goes to Eric Baldwin, who runs the quick out route, and he goes up the sidelines. Just steamrolls Marcus Trufant, doing what he does best. We got to see that one again. Eric Baldwin, quick out route for just 3 yards, turns it upfield. Fletcher Cox not able to keep up. Marcus Trufant dominates, and what a play. Heck of a job there for Eric Baldwin. That sets up the Buffalo Bills 1st and 10 in the red zone now. And we're going to see Doug Baldwin. No, we're just going to throw that one away. Doug Baldwin had a moment, a flash where he was open, came open in the zone. However, too many ball hawks back there for the Patriots for us to take a chance on that one. We got decent protection from the offensive line, but sometimes it's not worth it throwing throwing a pass that could go as a pick. Now, if it's 4th down, throw the ball, because an interception on 4th down doesn't matter. But when it's 1st down, don't risk it. You got 3 more downs to work with. Here, Aaron Rodgers, another opportunity to just run it up the sideline. Deshaun Jackson missed a block there, so Aaron Rodgers does take a shot. Had Deshaun Jackson been able to get around and make that block fast enough, Rodgers would have been able to score without even being touched, I think. With that being said, that's okay. We're going to get Basman Hooker in here in the I formation on 3rd and 1. Ryan Williams a little pooped. We're going to give him a rest. Basman Hooker gets the ball. It's great protection set up. Basman Hooker hit at the goal line, stopped by Laron Landry for a 1st and goal opportunity here. We're going to let the first quarter expire, I think. We're not going to be able to get the ball off. Sure enough, there we go. So we're going to start off the second quarter here with the score 7-0 Patriots. But we have the ball on the Patriot 1-yard line, and we're going to have 4 cracks to get it into the end zone. Don't think we're going to have a problem with that. I think we might even start off with some misdirection. Maybe let's not start off with. Let's start off with a run right up the gut, just very traditional goal line play. If this play doesn't succeed, we can do one maybe misdirection pass play. We're getting ahead of ourselves. Sure enough, Ryan Williams up and over, in for the touchdown. 7-7 will be the score as soon as Greg the Leg gets an opportunity to put this PAT up and through. Hopefully our defense can come out, play a little better. The touchdown was my fault. Josh Gordon just absolutely decimated Jamarcus Sanford, getting by very quickly and very easily. But with that being said, I mean, Jason Witten, it's going to be so hard to keep track of all these guys. Jason Witten, you got Gordon, you got Hartline to worry about in the slot, you got, Lance Moore. There's just so many weapons this team has through the air. It's going to be impossible to cover everybody effectively. Anyway, start of the second quarter here. Second quarter just 1 second old with our score happening that fast at the goal line. We're going to start off in the 4-3 here. We talked yesterday about potentially altering our 3-4. As of right now, I don't think there's a way that we're going to be able to consistently change our personnel for that formation. So we might have to abandon that idea, which is a shame, but we'll talk about it as time goes on. Witten, meanwhile, with a quick in, makes another man miss. Justin Durant in on the coverage, not able to bring Witten down right there. Witten just wipes him off. Sanford with a really nice tackle, but a play that should have gone for 3 yards ends up going for 7. 2nd and 3 coming up here. Jason Witten already 3 catches for 59 yards in today's game. He's going to come open here as well at the tight end spot. Rolling left, and now he comes out. Sanford and wide open. Lance Moore over the middle. He gets hit by Sanford. We sent the kitchen sink there on the blitz. We cheated up with Sanford to cover Witten. Lance Moore takes advantage. Not much Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie can do there. Not his fault. That sets up the Patriots 1st down at their own 46-yard line. Jason Witten on the left side now. Sanford, this is going to be an all-game battle, is covering Sanford, or using Sanford to cover Witten or Gordon. There we cover Witten. We get the shoestring tackle, but not before Witten gets the ball to the 33-yard line of the Buffalo Bills. Patriots continuing to dominate here. Great play there to Jason Witten. A bit of a heavy formation coming out here for the Patriots. Josh Gordon, the lone wide receiver. Witten and Thompson, the 2 tight ends. Thompson moving from right to left. I'm smelling run here. Sure enough, it's a run off the right side. Sanford gets over, but he gets picked up on the block. Sharknado Thomas misses. Jason Worlds dives, can catch him. Touchdown, Patriots. My goodness. Unbelievable. So about a 4-play drive there with and another fast touchdown. Less than 2 minutes there for the Patriots to score. Unbelievable. Admittedly, I overcommitted on that one with Sanford. Well, no, Sanford, I would defend my play there. Sanford just got picked up on a block. I'll take the blame for missing with Sharknado Thomas, but my goodness, this Patriots attack has been absolutely unstoppable so far. Witten just not getting any. When we get pressure, then there's a wide open receiver. When we don't get any pressure, then all hell breaks loose. There, Jacoby Ford sneaks up the gut for a return to the 33-yard line. Welcome back, Jacoby Ford, to the return game. Doing a very nice job for us in that regard. 4:03 left in the half. I'm going to slow play this drive. I think that's the best thing to do at this point. For our interest's sake, if we can slow play this drive, hopefully score a touchdown with just a few seconds remaining in the half, which would be the perfect scenario. A nice truck there from Basman Hooker, who goes around the left side, absolutely lights up the rookie corner, number 28, whose name fails me right now, but Mr. 87 overall, the age of 22. Well, we got a solid rookie on this team as well. His name is Basman Hooker. Glad you could meet him. We'll let the clock run because our goal here is to score with little time left, so that Ryan Williams, can he get around the outside? He does. Nice job. Ryan Williams stays in bounds. Clock's still running. That's a perfect thing. We'll get it down within about 2:40 of halftime, which is perfect. We don't want to leave any time on the clock for New England once this half, once we finish our drive here, which will hopefully end up in a touchdown. Obviously, that's not guaranteed. We got work to do, but hopefully that is how it will end, just chewing up small chunks of yardage. Here, Ryan Williams takes another play. Maulaga, the middle linebacker, catches up with him. And we have one play now, 2nd and 7, until the 2-minute warning. So we'll have to run one more play. Let's find something really good to run. I'd like to put it on the ground to make sure that the clock runs. But I don't think we necessarily have to. We just have to call a really high percentage passing play. And I like this one for that purposes. Deshaun Jackson's going to be in coverage here against a linebacker. Linebackers don't do well against Deshaun Jackson. Sure enough, he comes open. But he can't stay in bounds or turn it upfield. And so we're going to have to run another play before the 2-minute warning. Hopefully we can put it in the air and play, make a play to keep this drive alive. We'll go, I think, quick outs again. Not the exact play, but here we go. Strong flood. I like this play, just the progression from left to right. Jackson running the quick in. Mario Manningham running the quick in. Baldwin will be the primary target. But we don't need that. Ryan Williams is going to come open. We put his head down, and wow, he actually gets quite a bit of yardage, 12 yards off the right side, 2-minute warning. And we're just going to slow play this. We got 2 minutes left to kill. We don't want to score before they're expired, or at least most of them are expired. We'll give it to Hooker off the left side. I've had some people in the comments asking why Basman Hooker's not getting more of a look. And the truth is, he's just been so hard to put in because Ryan Williams has been so good. He's getting more of a chance today here. And, Eric Baldwin. Brother, there was a great set of blocks set up by just about everyone else. Hooker tried to bounce back inside, and Baldwin just lost his block. Hooker stopped for nothing. That's a shame because that could have been a great play. We're going to run it again, though. Halfback blast. We'll give it to Williams this time. Hopefully he can get some room around the left side. And we're actually going to change direction on this play, go to the right side. We have nobody really playing contain. Landry's going to be the key player here, the strong safety up the farthest player to the top right side. As you can see, he's kind of creeping up. He might be coming up for run support, might be faking it. He might be coming on the blitz. Only time will tell. Here we go. And sure enough, he drops back. That's nice for us. Williams puts his head on, and he fumbles the football. It's picked up by the Patriots. Williams, his second fumble in as many games. Ryan Williams puts his head down, fumbles the football, and for the second straight game, he does it deep in enemy territory. 1:11 left in the half here, and we're going to call a timeout here. We're just going to call a timeout. Unbelievable. That is huge. And that's going to result in a small change, I think. Ryan Williams, you can't fumble every game, buddy. He had a great first 4 games, but we're going to give the rest of the guys a look right now. Not saying that this is a permanent change. Barring some type of miracle, Ryan Williams will be back to start next game, but we're going to let him sit and rest for the rest of the day. Give him a chance to come back next game. I just can't think of what else to do. We're going to go in man coverage, Bostic on Witten. Give him, and he's going to double move to the inside. Just what can you do against that? Witten up to the 41-yard line. The clock's running. The Patriots not interested in calling a timeout, which is kind of surprising to me. We'll see if they call a timeout as time goes on here. And sure enough, they do at 101. It seems to always be the case in Madden. For whatever reason, the CPU, at 101, they call a timeout, bar none. With that being said, we're going to stay we're going to go sub here, send one linebacker, and we're just going to have to do our absolute best. Witten line up in the slot here. I actually kind of prefer that because it'll be easier for Sanford to kind of provide some double coverage if that happens to be the case. So they're sending Witten all the way downfield, but Thompson is open. Bostic in the coverage was in his hip pocket, but just not quite close enough. Shamarko Thomas comes up, makes the play, but not before the Patriots down to the 40-yard line of the Bills. That fumble for Ryan Williams coming back to haunt us so badly here. Patriots driving, 55 seconds left, another timeout available to them. We're going to need some type of turnover, I think, because I don't see another way we're going to stop them. Here they go underneath the Shamarko Thomas, to Noshawn Moreno. John Bostic with a nice play to make the tackle. Shamarko Thomas will be our user player here. They're sending Witten again, and they're not going to him. They're going underneath to Noshawn Moreno. Again, Bostic in coverage. They're going to go no huddle again. And we're going to have to change this play around. 2-man under. Bostic is going to need a hand on Moreno. Moreno straight down and Bostic comes up. Can't get there in time. We read that perfectly. Bostic just physically not able to get there. Now they're just picking on John Bostic unbelievably. Noshawn Moreno lined up in the slot. He's been the receiver of 3 straight passes. They're going to go to him again, and he drops it. John Bostic was in decent position on the play. 11 seconds left, and it'll be a win here for the Buffalo Bills defense if they can force the New England Patriots to kick a field goal. The Patriots at the 9-yard line probably have one more chance to score a touchdown here before they have to kick a field goal. We're going to come out in the nickel. Freeman is into this game. He's going to be on Thompson. We're going to control Sanford, see who we can double cover. And Thompson, a move to the inside. Freeman doesn't even make a move. Jarrell Freeman just gets decimated there. And so with the strategy being to score a touchdown with zeros on the clock, or at least a minimal amount of time left in the half, the Patriots take the fumble from Ryan Williams and use it to their own advantage, doing the exact same thing we wanted to do. They score a touchdown with 8 seconds left. Joe Flacco completing 93% of his passes, more than 200 yards, and 3 touchdowns on the day. Barring a long return here, we are going to finish this half down by 2 scores. Jacoby Ford, nothing doing. He gets up to the 21-yard line. We're going to have one play here. I think we're just going to have to find a way to try and get either Gino Castro or Deshaun Jackson in the slot and throw a Hail Mary here just because, what other option is there? We need to try and at least try and do something before the half. Get something going. Let's go empty base. Also, we're going to need to go subs here because for whatever reason, Basman Hooker's into the game. I don't want Basman Hooker running. Oh, whatever. He's going. Meanwhile, number 10 is going to be our R1 option. And you know what? I think let's go Bills inside stutter. This way, we're running out of time. This way, Eric Baldwin will get an opportunity to run it. I don't know if he has the speed to make it to the end zone, but this is a desperate measure regardless. So Eric Baldwin unloads just one man back. He elevates, but LaRon Landry there as well kind of knocks it down. So the half ends. Patriots up 21-7. Bills down by a score of 14 points. I don't think we've ever been down by a score of 27 or 21-7. Fortunately for us, we are returning this half, but we're going to need to put a quick score together and then a quick stop together because, and which that's going to be hard because the Patriots have been unstoppable so far. Gino Castro doing his part with a great return up to the 42-yard line, just up the sidelines like he does so well to the Buffalo Bill 42-yard line. We're going to be looking at going to the air mostly for the remainder of this game just because how do you run the ball when there's not enough time left? I mean, we're not desperate for time. I'm not saying that. There is enough time for a few possessions, and that's okay, but man, it's just we can't play this one slowly. That's all I'm saying. Here we go over, and it's knocked down by Maulaga, who somehow stayed with Jacoby Ford, and that is a complaint of mine in this game. We turned the speed differential, whatever you call it, way down, but for whatever reason, a 98 speed slot back there is covered over the entire width of the field by a middle linebacker. I don't know what Maulaga's speed is like, but I'm going to guess it's not as strong as Jacoby Ford's. There, Doug Baldwin makes a beautiful catch in traffic. He seemed to take a headshot, and he's going to stay down. He is down. He is injured, and so he's not going to be available for us for, I guess, at least a couple plays. We'll update him as soon as we can. Castro will probably come in to fill in that spot. Here we're going to, and underneath, Deshaun Jackson is open, makes the catch. He gets a first down up to the 34-yard line of the Patriots. Passing the ball, just 76 yards for Rodgers, 200 for Flacco. Rodgers hasn't played poorly. He just hasn't had a lot of chances to put the ball in the air, as opposed to Joe Flacco, who's been throwing it like it's going out of style. And hey, why not? It's been effective. Here over the middle, Jacoby Ford makes a nice catch down deep inside Patriots territory. 27 yards for the speedster, setting us up first and goal, the 6-yard line. Now, they just updated us on Doug Baldwin. I honestly didn't see what it was. I clicked too fast, but I hit the X button, or the square button, which means that he will not be back in this game. He's sitting out. And here we're going to have to, I think we're going to have to throw this one away. Yeah, throw this one away. Maulaga does hit Aaron Rodgers. It's not a penalty for some reason, but that's okay. Second and goal coming up. Eric Baldwin sat down when I would have much preferred the option to roll out being the case, but that's okay. Keeping the ball in the air, we'll go bunch. I love the bunch. We can edit Zed's spot. We're going to have Deshaun Jackson head to the back of the end zone. That's okay with me, but we're going to have Baldwin run the out. So both of them left to right motion, and Baldwin heads up, and he gets into the end zone. A beautiful play there. Puts on the brakes, turns straight up the field, falls into the end zone for another score. His average of 1 touchdown per game is still intact. He might actually be even above that, which is pretty impressive. And the score is now 24-13. So less than 90 seconds off the clock, we score a touchdown. We're showing that our offense can be just as virile as the Patriots' offense, though. With that being said, our defense is now going to have to step up and make a play. Either get a turnover or do something to stop this Patriots attack. They have just been absolutely unstoppable so far. Greg the Leg doing his part here, kicking for a sure touchback, you'd think. Number 28, Goldtree back, and yeah, he does take a knee. So Goldtree, that's the rookie corner who got lit up by Basman Hooker earlier this game, takes a knee, and that's good for us. So 20-yard line is where the Patriots will start their drive in their own territory. 4:29 left in the third quarter. We're going to go nickel, just straight up 4 down linemen. We're going to go spread, edge rush, try and do something to get some pressure. No Sean Moreno back in the backfield, and they're going to fake. It's a play action. Witten is well covered. Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie has a chance to pick that pass off. Doesn't get there in time. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver, knocked away, so that ball will go incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up. This might be the first time in the entire freaking game we have the Patriots in 2nd and 10. There's Doug Baldwin heading off. I don't think his injury was serious from what I saw. We'll update him in a bit. Joe Flacco, 203, 2 touchdowns. Sorry, I said 3 touchdowns earlier. It's just 2 touchdowns now. Now, Sharknado Thomas is going to be in here. We're going to try and have him double Jason Witten if possible. He doesn't have to. Oh, Drake Kirkpatrick now has an opportunity to pick off that football, does not manage to. And so 2 straight passes. Joe Flacco they're both ill-advised decisions, really. Drake Kirkpatrick probably could have even ran that one back for a pick 6. Instead drops the football. And so a huge opportunity for this defense here. We're in the dime, just trying desperately to make this work, stop the opposing team. And Drake Kirkpatrick and Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie in there to knock the ball away. So finally, this New England Patriots offense is stopped. 3 straight incompletions, and we're going to have a chance to return this punt. It'll come from about the Colquitt is at his own 5-yard line, so I think we can expect to catch this punt around our own 40. And who knows, maybe Castro will get some room and an opportunity to return this. And sure enough, he does have some room up in front of him. He's going to run, and he's going to cut it back to the left-hand side, try and get the edge. And he doesn't quite get the edge, but still a nice return. We're going to start off at the 47-yard line of the Patriots. So we're actually starting on their side of half, which will be perfect and a very, very nice thing indeed. We'll start off in the shotgun. We're going to go corner strike. What I like about this play is that Doug Baldwin's actually returned to the game, which is nice to see. Doug Baldwin and Mario Manningham are running quite aggressive routes on the corner. And if we don't want to take that chance, which we don't, guess who? Jonathan Franklin into the game at the second running back spot. And he just makes that catch very nicely. Now, some people have commented that I mistakenly from time to time call Jonathan Franklin Jermaine. The reality is I don't know why I say Jermaine Franklin. I just confuse his name sometimes. So, Jonathan Franklin, I apologize for calling you Jermaine from time to time. It's just a simple mistake. It's a lot of names to keep track of, that's all. So here we go, a short play here. Eric Baldwin wide open in the flat. And come on, Patriots. If you're not going to cover Eric Baldwin in the flat, I'm going to feed it to him every single time. 7-yard completion off the right side. That goes for a first down. Beautiful play. My voice is officially starting to completely give out, but I'm not going anywhere. We got to finish this game. We still down by 7 points. We need to complete the comeback here on this drive. And coming left to right. Oh, we're going to go and a nice block there. Mario Manningham throws a great block for Aaron Rodgers. He scampers up the sidelines for 20 yards, getting us into the red zone. Aaron Rodgers taking off a lot. Now, I'll admit that I've been doing a little more running with quarterbacks than normal. As you guys know, when I play online, I play with the Seahawks. And over the Christmas break when I was back visiting my family, I didn't have any of my recording equipment with me, but I did have the game with me. And Basman Hooker touchdown. Buffalo Bills scored. The game is officially tied. Basman Hooker, a beautiful catch over the middle from the backfield. And we're going to go ahead. I want to get I got to wait a second. I want that to be our thumbnail for this episode. Basman Hooker making the nice catch, scoring on the road in New England. Beautiful stuff. And there you have it. Wonderful. Making the nice grab for the score to tie this one up, barring, of course, Greg the Legs PAT, which means that just over 3 minutes into the third quarter, after going into the half down by 14, we have tied the game up. Granted, the Patriots will be getting the ball back right away, but still a beautiful thing to see. Jonathan Franklin kicking in a nice reception on that drive. Basman Hooker finishing it off through the air, replacing Ryan Williams in the middle of the second quarter, which is great. Here we go. John Kuhn, Chris Connie coming down, and they wrap up the return at the 23-yard line. Very nice to see. But anyways, as I was saying, over the Christmas break, I was playing as a Seahawks slot online, and as part of playing with the Seahawks, you're going to be running with Russell Wilson. That's just a reality. So I was doing a lot of read option, and so that's why I think I'm moving in the pocket a little more than I normally do. But it's working, and I'm doing my absolute best to always get out of bounds with Aaron Rodgers so that he's not taking any hits. Here, Jason Witten just sits down. Durant in coverage. Thomas there as well, but Jason Witten just turns upfield. He is as slippery as they come. There, Joe Flacco immediately gets a first down. Flacco to Witten has been a popular connection today. Let's just say that. Overstorm Brave will be our play call here. Witten over 100 yards on the day already. Witten's going to be in man coverage on Sanford. Bitch, challenge accepted. We're gonna go to Kirkpatrick. And it's a screenplay. Kirkpatrick reads it because Witten goes, and a nice play. Bruce Irvin gets there in time, and that's huge. As you guys can see on that play, we had Sanford and we had Kirkpatrick get over there immediately to make the play. Neither of them ended up making the tackle, but just them being there and not allowing Moreno to break contain, the defensive linemen could all come over and help make the play. So just goes to show that sometimes you don't have to actually make a tackle or even come close to making a tackle for that matter to really impact the play heavily. There, Lance Moore comes over the middle on just a drag route, gains a play of 7 yards. That sets up 3rd and 2, and this is a huge play upcoming here. We'll see what the Patriots send out. They are sending out 1-2-2, which means that we're just going to go base 4-3, and we're going to send. Let's go ahead. Let's go cover 1 robber just to make sure that our safeties are staying to the inside of the field. On this play, I'm thinking either they're going to run it or they're going to go a quick out or a quick in to Witten or Thompson, one of their 2 formidable tight ends. Sure, if they're going to run it, Sanford meets him in the hole, and they're going to measure this one. Sanford came up with some great run protection, and they're gonna measure, and it is a first down by the nose of a football. So at the 44-yard line on their side of the field, the Patriots continue their drive. We're gonna stay in the 4-3. Winton and Thompson again on the left side. Thompson now going left to right. Moreno, is he going to take off? No. In fact, Winton and Moreno stay in pass coverage. Flacco's got all day, but he's got just 2 receivers to throw it to. And Josh Gordon makes the catch. Josh Gordon, one of the weirdest plays I've ever seen. There's about 6 players covering 2 receivers. But with all the blockers standing in, the 2 receivers are able to just run around all day. Vontae Davis probably had Josh Gordon blanketed in coverage for a good 6 seconds, but you're not going to be able to cover a receiver forever. And my goodness, what a weird play. That sets up the 4th quarter upcoming here as the 3rd quarter expires. The score 21-21. The Bills win the 3rd quarter by a score of 14-0, but that doesn't matter. The only score that matters is the score at the end of the 4th quarter, and right now it's tied at 21 apiece, Patriots and Bills. We'll see here what the 4th quarter has in store for us. My goodness, this one is going to come down to the wire. I can feel it in my bones. Here the Patriots, a chance to score. They're sending out 1-2-2 again. We're going to go out in the nickel, go cover 2. So we're going straight up, zone coverage. We'll see if that works. Just shake things up a bit. Thomas is going to provide some extra protection for Winton and Moore. Jason Winton has torn us apart in this game. We got to make sure that and Winton is just running a straight route. The only guy back, and oh my goodness, Lance Moore makes the catch. Oh, no, he doesn't. He steps out of bounds. And so that was a poor play to call the zone. The Patriots sent 2 men straight, just deep down the right side of the field. Sanford responsible for both. Fortunately for us, though, Lance Moore unable to bring in the football. And so here, Durant is going to be in man coverage on Winton. Thompson in man coverage on Vontae Davis, it appears. So we're going to be able to just, with Thomas, Moore coming over as well. So Moore and Winton will be our responsibility here. Thomas and Justin Durant elevates. He can't bring it in. And Jason Winton with the touchdown. What is going on, guys? You got to be shitting me. Justin Durant has the perfect opportunity to pick off that pass. Instead, he knocks it farther up into the air. And what happens? It lands in the midst of Jason Winton, who apparently is so good, passes don't even have to be intended for him to catch them. Unbelievable. So first we have the Ryan Williams fumble. Now we have the Jason Winton fluke catch. And the Patriots have a 7-point lead. 28-21 is the score. Jason Winton, 7 catches, 129 yards, and a touchdown. Still 5:48 to go in the game. This game isn't over. It's not over yet. Gino Castro is going to get a chance to return this one. He's been deadly up the sidelines, and he gets some good protection. He's going to go up the sidelines again, and he's got room. Eventually knocked out at the 45-yard line of the Patriots, but for the 2nd straight drive, last time on the punt, this time on a great kickoff return, the Buffalo Bills are going to get an opportunity to to start off a drive past midfield, so actually already in Patriot territory. We're going to start off by crossing routes from our 2 receivers, our 2 running backs, Hooker and Franklin in the backfield. Don't need to, though. Deshaun Jackson, a nice double move. Nice move and a nice block, and Deshaun Jackson's going to score. So the Buffalo Bills come out, get a great return from Gino Castro, a quick hitter to Deshaun Jackson, who does some great things with the ball after the catch, and we're going to be able to tie this game up on the Greg the Leg PAT. Deshaun Jackson just with a great move to the inside, finding the hole in the zone, makes a nice move on the safety, and then Doug Baldwin throws a hell of a block. Doug Baldwin, a very underrated blocker, one of the best blocking receivers out there as far as I'm concerned. Picks up a defender, does a great thing, and here we go. Greg the Leg does what he does best, gets another touchback. The score is tied 28-28, basically the entire 4th quarter to go. The 4th quarter, despite 2 touchdowns being scored in it, is just 26 seconds old, and so the Patriots will come out here, 3 wide receivers, And as long as we can get a stop, I like our chances. If we can get a stop, punt, doesn't matter when or where. As long as it's a punt, not a field goal, I like our chances of driving down just a little bit and being able to set up a field goal for ourselves to win the game. There, John Bostic in coverage on Witten, gets lit up. Witten makes a nice catch. Shamarko/Sharknado Thomas comes up, makes the play on him. The clock will continue to run. Witten with a nice double move, who has been unstoppable in this game so far today. I don't know. Jason Witten has been effective if we're not covering him, or if we are covering him. He's been effective really just all together today. Here, Jason Worlds. So we peel off there with Jason Worlds. We get some good double coverage. Worlds and Bostic together. But guess who? Josh Gordon comes up. Just beats Vontae Davis to the inside, which is a real shame. That's what Vontae Davis is best at, is pressing, not letting guys get inside on him. But Josh Gordon just uses his strength. And Joe Flacco now, 300 yards on the game. 3 touchdowns, which is a shame. But what's to be said? There's nothing else we can do. Here, Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie gets beaten to the inside by Josh Gordon. So our second straight play, we get some good coverage on Jason Witten and Josh Gordon, second straight time. This time against Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie, gets inside, does his thing, uses his strength, his physicality, and just makes a great play. And all of a sudden, the New England Patriots, just like that, are already close to field goal range. Witten moving from left to right. Just sits down there for a short reception. Sanford makes the tackle, but still a gain of 6 yards. Witten now 9 catches for 148 yards on the day. Clock running. Clock will get down to about 3:15. That is if the Patriots try to let all the clock, time on the play clock run down. 2nd and 4 coming up here for the Patriots. They have been putting the ball in the air all drive so far. Thompson, Witten. Thompson now moving left to right. Sanford, we're just going to blatantly try and double cover somebody. Thompson does get the first down. So Thompson officially has the Patriots in field goal range. This is a concern for me because they are driving the ball effectively, and if they play their cards right, they could line themselves up for a last-minute field goal and win this one. We need a turnover, or we need the drive to stop at the very least, or this sounds kind of crazy, but the other option is letting the Patriots score a touchdown so that we can get the ball back and at least be in control of the ball, try and set up a score for ourselves. Double move by Jason Witt to the inside. Flacco standing back there, has all day to throw. Finally, somebody takes him down. That's Bruce Irvin who takes him down, and unfortunately, Bruce Irvin looks like he's injured. 2nd and 13 coming up here. Now, that could have been a huge play because from the 36-yard line, you're looking at about adding 17, so that's a 53-yard punt. A 53-yard field goal. Now, you can miss a 53-yard field goal. If we can get another sack or a penalty comes up, as long as the Patriots don't get any more yardage, good things could happen here. Now, the Patriots letting the play clock run weirdly long, considering that the game clock is not running and they're not making any adjustments. Here we go. Witten just goes straight left to right. Thomas in there. Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie gets beaten by Josh Gordon. Vontae Davis gets beaten, and that's a touchdown for the Patriots. Joe Flacco and company has been unstoppable today. Josh Gordon makes the catch, and the score will be 35-28 Patriots, maybe for the best, considering that if the Patriots had got another first down and played their cards right, ran the ball effectively, they could have held on to the ball for the rest of the game, won it that way. Joe Flacco has a 4-touchdown performance now, the second straight game in which we've played an AFC East opponent who has done an effective job of throwing for 4 touchdowns against us. Here, Jacoby Ford gets some nice room up the left side, runs across the entire field, and he gets the ball up to the 46-yard line of the Buffalo Bills. I don't want to run the ball, I don't want to score a touchdown super fast, because if we score a touchdown as fast as we can, all we're going to do is let the Patriots, and Bruce Irvin has a dislocated ankle. He will not be able to return for this game. So James Hunter is going to be into this game at the right end spot. Left end. Jason Hunter. I got his name and his position wrong. Way to go. Way to go, Tux. Jason Hunter, the backup left end, will be into this game for the rest of it. We'll see how he could. He is the right end. I was right the first time. He'll be in. We'll see how he does. Hopefully he does well. Here, Basman Hooker out of the backfield makes a nice play, knocks somebody on their ass. That's Nick Barnett, a 33-year-old outside linebacker, Gets knocked on his ass by a 5'10" running back, a raw rookie who is just 20 years old. 20 years old. He's one of the youngest players in the entire league. Heck of a play there for Basman Hooker. Again, spelling Ryan Williams, who was pulled after fumbling away our last drive of the first half for the second straight game. Costly fumble deep in enemy territory. That being said, we're now at the 39-yard line of the Patriots. We want to try and score with as little time left on the clock. Here's Basman Hooker. He has a nice run off the left side, up for 12 yards, gets around the left side, cuts back in, and we're going to let this clock run all the way down. We should be able to get the game clock down to about 1:20, unless the Patriots use a timeout. It doesn't appear as though they will do that. I don't think that the Patriots would be interested in calling their timeouts, to be perfectly honest. They'd rather us try and waste all the time and then not be able to score a touchdown in the end. But I think we're going to get the last laugh. We'll see. Not trying to sound cocky. We've been able to score at will so far this game. Our only downfall has been the fact that the Patriots have been able to do the same thing. So here we go. We got just about 5 seconds left on the play clock. Here we go. We call the run on the right side. We had a nice block set up there. Gilbert lost his man. Baldwin lost his man, and that's going to set up 2nd and 9, maybe? Did we get a yard even? 2nd and 10, so we don't get anything. Just over a minute left. Bruce Irvin there leaving, somehow walking on a dislocated ankle. Let's not question that. We're going to put the ball in the air here at the 26-yard line. We do have all 3 of our timeouts left. I'm not overly concerned about the clock yet. Eric Baldwin open. Gets hit immediately, but not before he gets a gain of about 8 yards. Laurent Landry there on the tackle. Landry's had a good game at the strong safety spot for the Patriots, as he always does. We're going to run this one, I formation off the left side. If I can... What the hell, game? Let's go. We're going to call a timeout after this play. There should be about 25 seconds left in the game after this one. All we need is a first down, and Basman Hooker gets enveloped. We called a timeout, 2 timeouts remaining, but we're going to have to convert a 4th down here. Basman Hooker got caught in the backfield, no fault of his own. Just the offensive line parted like the Red Sea. And a defender came in, looked to be the middle linebacker, came in and just scooped up Hooker, threw him right down. And so the game riding on this play here, we need a first down. Eric Baldwin comes open on the right side, makes the catch, and he's down at the 8-yard line. We call our second timeout, and so we'll have 3 cracks from inside the 10-yard line. Eric Baldwin, risky call, but we let him upfield. Beautiful play, bunch weak. Let's go. Let's get this touchdown right here. Let's kick it off. Let's get this game to overtime, and let's win it. Come on, let's go. I'm tired of screwing around. Here, Deshaun Jackson will have a chance at the back of the end zone. He makes the catch, and it's a touchdown. Buffalo Bills. My voice is officially starting to die, but the Buffalo Bills make the catch, score the touchdown. The fans of New England are cheering for some reason. 17 seconds left. The game is tied. Now, the Patriots have called a timeout for some reason or another. And barring a miracle, barring an absolute miracle, we should be able to send this game to overtime. Hopefully, Greg the Leg will get a touchback on the kick. If not, our pass or our kick coverage has been great all season. By the way, Aaron Rodgers, 223 yards, 4 touchdowns in today's game. His touchdown to interception ratio has improved to 15-3 on the season, which is phenomenal. Greg the Leg, that ball will come down deep in the end zone to Lance Moore. He wisely takes a knee. So 17 seconds left. The Patriots do have 2 timeouts, but from my experience in this game, the Patriots will run the ball up the gut once, and if they are not successful in gaining really any yardage, they will really just resort to letting the clock run out, and that'll be that. So we don't want to let anything get by us deep, but I think we can expect a run. Sure enough, to run off the left side. Bostic rolls out, misses, but Durant and company is waiting there, and sure enough, with a gain of 7 yards, the Patriots will let the clock run out. This game is going to overtime. 35-35 the score. Let's all cross our fingers and toes, hoping that we can get the ball to start this overtime scenario. We did win in overtime against the Flippity Flops yesterday on Serial Monday, despite not having the ball to start the practice scenario. Hopefully we get it here. Let's go. As the visitors, we will pick heads or tails. Our captains are lined up here. I don't think we've gone to overtime in a regular season game yet. If we did I seem to remember maybe last season we did it once. But if so, and the Patriots win the toss. Of course, they're going to pick receive. There they go. They receive. And fortunately for us, though, we're going to get to defend left, which means that we get the wind, which is nice. Now, we're going to go normal kick, which I'm kind of worried about because the Patriots have really just scored at will all game with the exception of one punt. However, maybe we can get lucky. The defense can make a play. Either way, Joe Flacco comes onto the field at his own 20-yard line. If they score a touchdown on this drive, this game's over, and the Buffalo Bills will suffer their first loss as a franchise since we took it over. However, if they score a field goal, we will get an opportunity to kick a field goal or score a touchdown to better them, in which case we will win. Or if we can hold them to nothing, all we have to do is kick a field goal to win. So who knows? Anything can happen here. We're going to pinch up with Shamarko Thomas. I feel a run to the left side here. And if not, we can just simply backtrack with, no, we're going to flip it over. And it is a run to the inside. A nice play. Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie. Great run support. 3 tackles for him on the game. 2nd and 7 upcoming here for the Patriots. And for me, I'm laughing. I mean, we should all be laughing. If the Patriots are going to run the football, that is music to our ears, folks. Because we haven't been able to stop them through the air. On the ground, that's fine. Whatever. We're going to go over. We're going to control Thomas for this play. Witten, sure enough, releasing. He goes on the out route, and Bostic in coverage on Moreno out to the right side. A bad throw. 3rd and 7 coming up here. So 3rd and 7, pretty typical passing down. We'll see what the Patriots bring out here. They're going with 1-1-3. And considering that Jason Witten is one of those, is the tight end they're going to have out there. It's essentially 4 wide receivers. They are lining him up in the backfield, though, which is an interesting decision. We're going to go ahead, control Bostic. We're going to be covering Witten, who does release on this play, but he releases short over the middle. Jarius Wright, the slot receiver, wide open. 1st down, Patriots to their own 41-yard line. That's a backbreaker. There, Brian McCann, the 4th corner in, not able to make the play. A step or 2 behind Wright. So on a play where we finally get the Patriots in 3rd and long, we get good coverage on Witten, we get good coverage on Gordon, we get good coverage on Moore, and Jarius Wright, who doesn't have a catch in this game, all of a sudden is there to make the play. Here, Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie makes the tackle on Noshawn Moreno, gets 4 yards off the left side. Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie, not exactly known for his prowess for covering runs, but he 2 straight tackles on 2 straight run plays for the Patriots. Here we go. We're going to go silver shoot pinch. So we are sending some pressure here. We've had mixed results when it comes to pressure and our success with blitzing Jason Witten and man coverage on Thomas, but they're going to give it to Moreno, and we're going to get another 3rd down opportunity here. Gibson stops Moreno for just a gain of 2 yards. The Patriots getting a little more conservative as the overtime hits. Excuse me. 2-man under. We're just going to go base nickel formation. Keep McCann out of the game because McCann has shown that he can't. And we're going to go man coverage Durant on Witten. Durant's just running straight out to the right side, and it's a screen pass to the left side. Moore gets hit by Bostic, and they're going to measure. I think Moore got enough. An interesting call there, a slot back screen to Moore on the left side. And they're going to measure. Sure enough, for the 2nd time in this game, they measure. And the Patriots have a 1st down by the nose of a football. They've also crossed midfield. They are now at the Buffalo Bill 48-yard line. Not in field goal range yet, but they are doing a nice job of slowly driving the field and setting themselves up nicely. They've been converting on the 3rd down there. Sanford misses on Witten. Worlds makes the tackle, but they are now officially in field goal range at the 36-yard line. That's problematic for us, because they could possibly take all this time off the clock if they want to. There, it looked like Durant might be able to jump the route, but Witten is the fastest 75 speed player in the history of Madden, apparently, and he has breakaway speed that no one else can even try to match. Here we're sending some pressure. 4 receivers out for the Patriots. Witten running the straight out, and they're going to go to him. Sanford hits him, brings him out of bounds for a gain of just 5 yards. Flacco hits the right guy, with not a lot of time in the pocket. Fortunately for us, though, the clock is stopped. And they're going 5 wide receivers now. Interesting calls here for the Patriots. I question some of this AI, but that's okay. They have had success running or throwing the football, that's for sure. Dominic Rogers-Cromartie is on Witten now. Oh, wide open over the middle. John Bostic can't do anything against Lance Moore, who now has the Patriots in the red zone officially at the 7-yard line. If they are able to score a touchdown, this game is over and the Patriots will win, handing the Buffalo Bills their first loss since we took over the team. Joe Flacco, 427 yards passing, 4 touchdowns in this game. Bostic on Witten. He sneaks out to the left side. Flacco's got all day to throw. He finally gets rid of it. Bostic, Witten, and Witten's going to score. Witten makes a little move, and this game is over. Patriots win. Buffalo Bills lose. Joe Flacco waited all day to throw that pass. I would love to be able to bring up, and we're not going to be able to. We're not going to be able to bring up, which is a shame. We can't even return to the game now to see the end of the celebration. Unbelievable. So Joe Flacco waits way too long, throws a floater. Witten makes a little double move. Nobody's interested in tackling him. And the Buffalo Bills, for the first time since we took them over, have lost. 41-35 is the score. Total offense, Patriots 482 to 314. Rushing yards 91-51 in favor of Buffalo. Passing yards 431 to 223 in favor of New England. First downs, the Patriots had 19, Bills had 15. Punt return yards 19-0 in favor of Buffalo. Kick return yards 215 to 46 in favor of Buffalo again. Total yards 548 to 528 in favor of Buffalo. Turnovers, that was the difference. Ryan Williams fumbled the football. That was the difference, folks. Third down conversions, 3 of 4 for both teams. Fourth down conversions, Buffalo Bills were 1 for 1. 2-point conversions, nobody tried one. Red zone percentage, both teams were perfect. Time of possession, 15:58 Patriots, 13:07 Bills. Player stats, let's go to those now. I'm not looking forward to reading Joe Flacco's stat line. Aaron Rodgers was impressive today. 18 of 22 for 223 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks. Unfortunately, Joe Flacco got an extra opportunity and was even better. 30 of 36 for 434 yards, 5 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Unbelievable game from our defense in a bad way. Ryan Williams, 6 of 30 for a touchdown and a very costly fumble. Basman Hooker, 6 of 24. No Sean Moreno, 6 for 51 and a touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 for 37. Jason Witten was Superman today. 12 for 173, 2 touchdowns, including a Houdini-like move on that last play. Eric Baldwin, 6 for 54 and a touchdown. Lance Moore, 5 for 59. Josh Gordon, 5 for 116 and 2 touchdowns. Deshaun Jackson, 4 for 67 and 2 touchdowns. No Sean Moreno, 4 for 33. Taylor Thompson, 3 for 34. Rounding out the rest of the way for the Bills, 3 for 27 for Williams, 2 for 25 for Hooker, 1 for 10 for Franklin, 1 for 27 for Ford, and 1 for 13 for Baldwin. Defensively, Laurent Landry led the game with 7 tackles. John Bostic, Shamarko Thomas, and Jamarcus Sanford all had 6 for the Bills. Tackles for a loss, Irvin, Geathers, McCarthy, Dunbar all had 1. Bruce Irvin had the only sack in this game until he was forced to leave because of injury. There were no interceptions in this game, despite the Bills having an opportunity to pick up at least a couple of footballs. There were no kicks in today's game. Dustin Colquitt had the lone punt, 1 for 46. Gino Castro, 2 returns for 94 yards. Jacoby Ford, 4 for 121. Archie Goldtree, 1 for 24. And Lance Moore, 1 for 22. Punt returns, Gino Castro had 1 for 19. And so, folks, this episode number 72 ends on an unfortunate note. We lose for the first time. Our regular season winning streak of 21 games comes to a close. The Buffalo Bills fall to 5-1 on the road against a divisional opponent, which is a real shame. The culprit, I shouldn't blame Ryan Williams as harshly. He played well aside from his 1 fumble. The culprit, you got to pin this one on the defense in conjunction with Williams and the fumble. But we'll come back tomorrow just as strong as always. Until then, I'm Tuxedo T-Shirt, and I'm out.